What's going on, family? Welcome to another episode of the Seez Monroe Show. I am your host, and today we're here to talk about She-Hulk. Now, before we get started, I would like you guys to go ahead and like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for me. I appreciate you. And with that down, let's get into it.
This is a multi-year journey you're about to embark on.
Yes. Let's do this.
Now, this show wastes no time getting into the origin of Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, and this is part of the reason why I didn't dislike this episode. Please excuse me, sometimes I speak in double negatives. That's just the way Seez is. Sometimes I like to speak in third person as well. Before I give you the dessert, let me hit you guys with the veggies first. Way before She-Hulk hit Disney Plus, we knew we were going to have a problem. Why? Look at the marketing. Anytime a studio shows you his hand, that means they have nothing left. And when they showed you all the cameos that were going to be in She-Hulk, I kind of was worried. You don't show your hand early. Look at what they did with Shang-Chi. When you showed Abomination, we knew he was going to be in the film. He was in the film for a second. It was a letdown. In my opinion, the movie was a letdown in total. So we'll get to that in another day, another time. Starting from the beginning, we get this terrible story of Jennifer and Bruce riding down the mountains one day, and a Sakaar spacecraft comes out of nowhere and startles Jennifer. They veer off into the woods. She's bruised and cut. She tries to save Bruce out of the car, and as she's pulling him, his blood gets into her cuts, and she becomes She-Hulk. If that's not the most bullshit story ever. But granted, that's not where they lose me. She wakes up, goes into this bar/club type atmosphere. These women dress her up in some hoochie mama shit. She goes outside and gets harassed by a man, and that's when she turns into She-Hulk again. Like, what the hell is going on? Now, I'm a fan of getting to the point, but not to this extent. But with all that down, do I still have you guys? All right. Since I have you right now, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that notification bell. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Now, let's get into the dessert. Jennifer finally gets picked up by Bruce Banner, who is now Smart Hulk. I don't know if they're calling him Smart Hulk now because he keeps saying that, or if he's actually Professor Hulk. But Professor Hulk is his own identity, so I don't want to get them mixed in there. Whatever they're doing, I'm rolling. So Jennifer and Bruce are together. Right before they go into the training, they are in this basement type deal in Mexico that Bruce and Tony built together. And there's a Easter egg for Weapon X. First off, I want to know, do you guys know who Weapon X is? I'm not going to tell you. Go ahead and leave it in the comments. And also, I want you to point out or say what the actual Easter egg was, because a lot of people won't know. So go ahead and leave it in the comments. Anyway, that is one of the main reasons why I like this episode, because it was that Easter egg alone. I feel like it got me out of the slump of that first 5-10 minutes. So they proceed to training. And later on, they figure out that she's ready and yada, yada, yada. You guys seen the trailers. Let me go ahead and rewind a little bit, because there's a part where she's going to leave before they agreed for her to leave. And she's taking off in a Jeep, and it kind of whacks Hulk like 30, 40 feet into like a pile of stones, and I didn't like that. Like, come on now, this is the Hulk. Later, we see her go back to her practice, and she's in the courtroom, and then Titania busts out of nowhere and starts some shit, and that was it. All in all, I give this episode a 5. I feel like there's things that's in this episode that an average viewer will be lost on if they know nothing about the comics, like just coming out of nowhere and just watching this. So, again, let me know if you guys feel that way. Go ahead and leave it in the comments and all.
One more thing.
There's an after credit scene that's discussing Captain America and his virginity. They can't even let this man rest in peace. I wonder what they're going to say about Scott Lang when he dies. I hope Disney avoids all jailhouse stories. Anyway, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go ahead and hit that notification bell, all right? I appreciate you. Peace.